I scaled my brand new online coaching business from $0 to $52.4 thousand per month in just 5 months. I know it's hard to believe, so here are some screenshots and actual proof. Now the best part was I actually did this while working 5 hours a day, hiring just 2 team members, and maintaining 91% profit margins. I've also used this exact blueprint for Patrick, who went from $5K to $40,000 per month in just 30 days with his Amazon FBA coaching offer. Same with Josh in the fitness space. He went from 1.5K a month to 30K per month in just 90 days of using this blueprint. I've done this for hundreds of clients and worked with the biggest guys in the entire online space. I recently filmed a killer podcast with my friend Josh, and we go over how to scale your business to 30 to 50K per month profit. If I wanted to make more money, let me make my clients more money first. How to consistently book 3 to 5 calls on your calendar every single day. Stop saying you want to hit 30, 50K a month and start thinking, how many calls do I need to book to reach that point? How to charge at least $5,000 to $10,000 for your service. There's people out there that will pay you $5,000. How to avoid the biggest mistakes that business owners make in their business, and so much more. I drop a lot of sauce in this one, so enjoy the video.
How much money do you make?
I make $52,000 per month.
And that's profit?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
And what exactly is it that you do?
I basically help coaches sign more clients and scale them up from 10K all the way up to 30, 50, even $100,000 per month.
And you were running as an agency before?
Yeah.
Tell me how that experience was and what made you transition.
Well, the agency model was really, really good because I learned so many skills, right? As an agency owner, you kind of have to know your stuff from front to back. You can't skip any steps and everything because you're running a done-for-you service. And so I basically honed my craft and I perfected my skills in the agency space. And you have no leverage as an agency owner because you either scale up by building up a team and having lower profit margins, or you just stay stuck at 10K a month. In my first few months of doing this whole done-for-you thing, I was taking rev share, and I took 10% rev share. I made this guy a ton of money. I made him like $20,000, $30,000, something like that. And I only got 10%. I got 10% of basically like all of the work I did for this client. And in that moment, I was like, okay, I'm building him the business of his dreams. I'm building him the business that he wants. And I'm only getting such a small slice of that, pie. And so it just didn't make sense for me. I wanted to build the business where I kept majority of the margins and not build something for someone else. I just wanted to do it for my own. And when I stacked up enough skills, I knew it wasn't the path for me,
And you did an interview with Serge Guattari.
Yeah.
And he said that you essentially built your own model.
Yeah.
Kind of walk us through what that model is right now for you and explain why someone would choose to go for a coach instead of
operator.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is with the model that I currently run, it's a mix of the done for you and the done with you. And so I built the systems into your own business. I give you so many done for you aspects, the done for you scripts and everything, and then I consult you on how to do it. And so the difference between this and growth operating is that I'm not taking a rev share. I'm just taking an upfront fee, a flat fee, and I just give you the systems and consult you on how to actually use them to be able to scale your business from 10 to 30, 50, 100K a month. And so that's kind of like the kind of business model that I created. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm the first one to do it, but I did create a really, really, unique offer where it mixes in done for you and done with you, because at the end of the day, done for you and one-on-one calls is what's going to get you to those 30, 50K months. The group coaching and the rev share and all that, it works, but a lot of business owners don't want to take rev share. And so
you said you're making 50K a month now. What did it essentially take to scale to that point?
It took a lot. I mean, I scaled this new business from 0 to 52K per month in five months. But the thing is, prior to this, like I said, I was in every single business model you can imagine. I was perfecting my craft. I was honing in my skills. I was learning. And for a long time, I was in the done for you space. I was in the agency space, and I didn't get paid. I got a rev share of, like a small part of the money that I made a client. And it's like, that's cool and all, but, I went through a lot of trial and error and a lot of done for you clients and everything to be able to learn everything that I know now. But it's 100% worth it because I just scaled a brand new offer from 0 to 50K. That's insane. I think total, we've probably done over 130K since launch, cash collected, and revenue probably over $200,000 since the 5 months of me starting this brand new business. So it's been wonderful, but a lot of people look at the result, but they don't look at the things that I did to get the skill set to be able to charge premium prices to be able to get these client results, to be able to get these results for myself. So yeah.
And what sort of mindset shift or mindset did you have existing to essentially like over deliver for your clients and make sure that your business scales with that?
Yeah, the thing is, I tell all my guys this, like, I knew from the very beginning that if I wanted to make more money, let me make my clients more money first. And so I had that mindset of putting my clients as the number one priority, even over my own business, right? I did everything in my power to literally make my client as much money as possible. And as a result, I knew I'd get paid for it. And so it wasn't a matter of like, oh, you know, I'm doing all this for him and I'm not getting paid. Like, I knew I was going to get paid because I knew that this guy was going to be a huge case study and I was going to be able to share him in my testimonials and everything, right? Because when you make your clients money, it's inevitable that you'll make money. People don't understand it. And so they're always just thinking about, oh, how do I make my own money? How do I get more sales for my own business? But if you just give your client 100% focus and really just deliver for your clients every single time without fail, there's no way that you can struggle with client acquisition again. You can't struggle with client acquisition because what ends up happening is good word of mouth goes around. Everyone has something good to say about you. You have good client results and the results speak for itself. And so you don't have to market yourself anymore. The results and your clients market for you. And that's the difference. And so that's why I tell all my clients, fulfillment first. You run a coaching business. Your clients are your number one priority, and then it's you, you know?
And touching on content, because you scaled to 52K organically, right?
Yeah.
What did you do specifically with your content that allowed you to attract, nurture these leads into buying into you?
Very good question, because for a long time I was posting content aimlessly, trying to go viral, and I generated 0 sales. And for those that don't know, Josh is the best creative director. He created this whole like podcast, YouTube video, everything, and he's the guy in charge of all my content. The thing that when I came to Josh, the thing I struggled most with was I was posting content, I was getting views, I was getting leads, but none of them were converting to sales, right? They were all getting views, and everyone was saying, oh, it's so valuable, it's so good. But no one was actually saying like, how much do you charge and how can I buy your service? And so I realized like I was making content for everybody and everyone kind of liked me, right? But then the moment I switched and I created content for a specific group of people, then I made that specific group of people love me. And the people that love you are the ones that pay you thousands of dollars. And I realized that, and ever since then, me and Josh, I've been just doubling down on creating niche content for my specific target audience, because I know that that's going to help them achieve their goals, and it's going to speak directly to them, and that'll get them to love me, which will get them to end up as a client, basically. And so the biggest shift for content was going from trying to go viral all the time to just not even caring about the views, but creating valuable content for my ICP and my target audience. That was like the biggest game changer. I did my YouTube, I did my Instagram, I did my stories, everything for my target ICP, and like 50K just went like this, you know?
Yeah. So if you were to tell a business owner who's trying to make the exact transformation as you, trying to scale to 52K per month, same as you, what team members would they need in their business?
So honestly, if you're a business owner that's trying to scale up to 50K a month, the only team you need is a setter, a VA, and an editor. Like that's the only 3 things you need. That's the team that I had that allowed me to scale to 52K per month in 5 months of launching my brand new business at 91% profit margins, all right? And, you know, like the setter will just handle all your DMs, the editor will just edit all your content, and the VA just handles all the miscellaneous tasks that can be outsourced and everything. And this team literally allowed me to work 4 to 5 hour days and still scale up to that point because I was able to outsource a bunch of work and work only on high leverage activities that move the needle forward. I didn't work on low leverage activities that could be outsourced, that could be done by someone else. I worked on the activities that only I could do, and that's what moved the needle in my business, and that's how I was able to actually make more money while actually working less. So the only team you need is just 3 dudes, honestly.
Facts. Because I know a lot of people, they'll scale up and they'll hire like 14 guys.
Nah, yeah, I never understood the idea of just hiring so many guys. Like the best business that you can build is just a lean team, high profit margins, and just, you know, like having 80 to 90% margins, you're chilling. You know, you don't need anything else.
Yeah, and to build on that, the way you manage a team is so dialed.
Yeah.
Because like everyone is willing to run through a wall for you. So how have you managed to cultivate that team and that environment?
Well, I think it comes down to caring about the team first. And so whenever a new team member joins, I ask them what their goals are. And like the goal as a business owner is to obviously achieve your goals, but if you help your employee or one of the people working in the business to achieve their goals, then what's going to happen is that once they achieve their goals, they're going to do everything to help you achieve yours. And that's what I tell every single person. Like, you help someone achieve their goal, I promise you they're going to do everything to help you achieve yours because you did a favor for them. And so that's what I asked them. And the guys know this. I will 100% do everything in my power to give you the opportunities, to give you the right connections, to give you the right network, to give you the right people to be around so that you can achieve your goals. And in turn, I just want you to put in the work and do what you're supposed to do, absolutely kill it, and hit our goals. And so the key was really just prioritizing their goals first, and then I knew that if I helped them achieve their goals, they'd 100% help me achieve mine. It's pretty simple,
Facts. I mean, bro, the first time you told me that, like, I lived by that. Now every time I work with someone, I live by it. I always put them first. But now you've made a lot of money organically. You have the team dialed in. You have client acquisition dialed in. What would be the next step for you?
Paid ads, bro. Paid ads. So we did $52,000 cash in October, and the next step for us is just doubling down because that was 100% organic. The offer is proven, the client acquisition is proven, everything is proven. The guys are getting results. It's a scalable model now, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run like 3 to 5K a month on ads. Just dump back into ads, run it to a VSL or a follow ad, and just absolutely print, because at this point the middle funnel is so strong. Thanks to you, obviously, Jace, and everyone that's kind of helped with the entire process. But the funnel is so strong that I just need to pour more leads into it. And the fastest way to grow a business in 2024 is literally through paid ads. If you're not running paid ads in 2024, what are you doing? It's one of the easiest ways to double, if not triple, your business. And I'm calling it right now, literally 3 months or 2-3 months after you watch this video, we won't be at 50K a month. We'll be at 100, 150, 200, not because of organic, but because of paid ads. Because at a certain point, you're gonna reach that bottleneck where you don't have enough people looking at your offer and going down your funnel, and you need paid ads to ramp up those eyeballs and those ICP leads going down the funnel to buy your service. So ads is by far the next thing that is like 100% the next thing we're gonna do.
Nice. And before I touch on ads, you mentioned a leveraged acquisition funnel a lot on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Kind of walk us through that and why it's so important to, what's that bucket analogy they use? It's filling the holes.
Yeah.
Talk us through like why you need to essentially fill it. Like, is it filling the holes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, my bad, I'm dyslexic.
Filling the holes.
Yeah. So like, kind of talk us through your funnel and why is it so important to fill in the holes of that bucket?
Pause, bro. All right. So basically, I love to give this analogy where your funnel is a bucket, right? It's a bucket, and the water you pour in the bucket is your leads. 99% of coaches, they don't have a dialed-in, funnel, and so the bucket is full of holes where when you pour leads in or you pour water in, it leaks out. And people think, oh, the solution to it is paid ads. No, the solution is to fix the holes in the bucket first, and then run paid ads. And so, us scaling to that point where we're at 50K a month, that's proof that the bucket is really, really dialed in. We're not having, of course we have leaks every now and then, like leaves fall through the cracks all the time, but the point is the holes are for the most part covered, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm confident to run ads now because I know my system's dialed in. I know I can consistently generate clients and everything. And so a lot of guys, they try to pour too much water, or they try to post content, they try to run ads, they try to just pour as much leads into their bucket, into their funnel, but nothing ends up happening because all the holes make the leads fall out and they never convert to sales. And that's the entire analogy I love to break it down into. And it's literally 99% of coaches face this problem, and so that's one of the biggest things.
Now, touching on ads, why would you say ads is by far the best and most leveraged way to scale your business?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, for every dollar you spend with Meta, they're trying to get you a customer. And so you can either spend time or money trying to get a client, and at a certain point when you're making enough money and everything, you don't want to spend time. You don't want to spend that time outreaching or doing cold outreach or, manually scraping these guys or whatever it is. You want to get these guys in your ecosystem and funnel them in with the YouTube and Instagram content that you post, so that it's actually a leverage way for you to sign these clients. And paid ads is the most predictable way, because we all know organic content is super unreliable. There are some days where the algorithm loves your content and you go viral. There's some days where you get 0 views. And your business, if you run just purely organic, your business is completely reliant on how well your organic does. If your organic flops, then your entire business flops. You don't make any money. And so paid ads is essentially that safety net of making as much money as you want to, because for every dollar you pour in, you get leads out of there. And so it's basically content, but stable, but actually reliable. And it's super, super important because, like I said, the algorithm is just not reliable at this point. Organic will flop, it's inevitable. Leads won't come in at certain points. Maybe you stop posting. You can just crank the ad spend and get those leads coming in. And so you're basically in control of how much you make and how fast you want to scale based on how much you spend on ads.
Nice. And let's say if I was running a coaching business right now,
Yeah.
how would I be able to run ads without eating away my existing margins?
Well, the common misconception everyone has around ads is that it's expensive. It's expensive if you don't know what you're doing. So the thing that we tell most of our clients is that you spend $30 to $50 a day, and if the ad doesn't work for 7 days, you shut it off, right? So at worst, you lose $210. It's not the end of the world. But the point is, you'll know if an ad is working or not within the first 5 to 7 days, and you can turn it off as soon as possible. But let's say you're at a point where ads are actually working for you. You're getting a 4 to 5x ROAS, which is average in our clients and everything. If you get a 4 to 5x ROAS, one of the easiest ways to increase that profit margin is just to have upsells. And what we tell our clients to do is have 3 different tiers of access. And so we have I tell all my clients to price, like for the most part, I tell my clients to have this type of pricing. I have them price the low ticket at 3K, mid ticket at 5K, and the high ticket at 7K. And basically, each client that comes in for 3K can buy the new 5K program. And then each client that buys the 5K after that can buy the 7K. And so you could, if you execute the right way, you can make $15,000 off of each client. And that is what gets the margins going, right? Like part of the reason why I'm able to sustain 91% margins at 50K a month is because I have upsells. My client LTV is so high. My average client LTV is around $13,000, $14,000, which is unheard of in the coaching space. And that's the type of model I want to build. I want to work with less clients, and I want to generate higher profit. That's why I charge more. That's why it's a premium service. That's why I say no to a lot of people. It's because I don't want to deal with all the headache of the fulfillment and then the cheap prices and the cheap clients and everything. Let me charge high ticket, like I'm talking 5, 10K, attract only high ticket clients, and work with a small group of people that pay me a lot of money so I have high margins. You get me?
Yeah. You mentioned increasing prices.
Yeah.
How would you go about charging higher ticket for your offer? Or multiple offers in that case?
So the first step would be just honestly understand your ICP more. Do market research on your prospect and figure out what problems they're struggling with, right? And all you want to do is just list down every single problem that they're struggling with and give them a solution to every single problem every single problem and obstacle that's stopping them from getting them to where they want to be. And so if someone wants to make 50K a month or 30K a month, what is every single problem they'll face along the way that's stopping them to get to that 30K a month? And your program or your offer should solve every single problem. And I promise you, you can charge more because you're a one-stop shop. You solve every single problem. They don't have any objections because, what if my funnel does this? What if my content flops? What if the paid ads doesn't work? You cover everything. So obviously you can charge 5K, 10K, 15K because you're a one-stop shop for everything. And so it's figuring out the problems and then providing solutions, and then also the way that you position yourself in the market. Honestly, that's like 90% of the game. If you can find a way to basically say that, hey, the old solutions or the old methods that you tried didn't work because of this reason, this new way will work because of whatever, and you create that discrepancy because you're positioning yourself as a new solution compared to the old solution, and it's a new method. A lot of people like to sell the improvement or this is a better version of what you bought previously. Nobody wants to do that. People want to buy things new. And so it's also understanding clients' psychology, what makes someone buy and everything. And I've been able to basically understand my prospects like the back of my hand because I've read so many books on psychology. I've read $100 million leads, 100 million offers, .com secrets, funnel hacking secrets, all those type of books. I've read all of them. And so I understand what it takes to get someone from a cold lead into a client that pays me thousands of dollars, you know? And when you understand your prospects to this level, it's very hard for you to not charge that much.
Now that you have your content out, you have your team out, and now you're about to run paid ads, which all plays into your funnel. Why would you say the current funnel that you're using, the leverage acquisition funnel, is the best funnel to scale up your coaching business?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't spend more effort to acquire clients. I've been able to build a team that, you know, my setter will reach out to this lead. They'll opt into my website. They'll get email nurturing sequences. We'll retarget them with paid ads. And so a lot of the work that's being done to actually get a client to go from a cold lead to a paying customer, it's already automated. It's not extra work because it's all set up. It's set up by my team. It's set up by me. It's done by my setter and everything. And so I'm not too involved in the buyer's process. All I do is film content. All I do is manage my team. All I do is down the systems. And once I do that, it's just, you know, like very, very simple. I don't have to do it over and over again. I set it up once and I let it run. And that's what gets me clients consistently. And I can get anywhere from 5 to 10 clients that pay me 5 to 10K consistently every single month, you know?
And in that offer, you're not thinking of implementing anything like a free community, a low ticket community or anything.
Yeah.
Why are you not planning on doing that?
I mean, I think I might down the line, but at the same time, it's why delay the buying process? You know, why delay the buying process? Because if someone wants to work with you and someone wants to buy your high ticket thing, they have to buy your $50 product or they have to buy your $100 product. They have to consume that product first and then want to work with you. And so when you think about it like that, what it does is it delays the buying process from maybe 4 months to maybe even 8 months because they have to go through all those things and whatever. You may debate that it's a better lead or it's a better customer, but at the same time, it's like those people that say they want to go through your content may not even go through your content. Those people that buy your low ticket school community may not even consume the videos that you put in that school. And so what's the point of doing all that? And then like getting them to be stuck in that low ticket where they can't move because they have to watch those videos and then upsell them. Why don't you just upsell them straight away, right? And so my idea is do low ticket, don't get me wrong, but make it completely easy to consume. Don't make it a whole video course and whole video modules that people have to watch to consume and get value. Make it a 1 hour thing. Make it a 1 hour workshop or a 1 hour Zoom call, webinar, whatever it is. Provide a ton of value in a short amount of time and then have a pitch at the end to upsell them into your high ticket. That's the only type of low ticket funnel I believe in because in this day and age, people can't sit down and consume 4 hours of content. Business owners can, but at the same time, you can't rely on that and then upsell them. How can you make it a frictionless process? Do a low ticket that's easy to consume, can be done in an hour, and then upsell them into your high ticket.
Yeah, and you've been told multiple times that your appointment setting process is so smooth.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that? What's the process behind your appointment setting and everything? Like, why is it so good?
Bro, I've been doing this for so long, bro, and so I was an appointment setter I think it's 2021 or 2022, something like that. I was an appointment setter, a full-time appointment setter. I was working on 5% commissions. I was working for a Make Money Online offer. And I was just booking calls. And so I went through every single phase you can imagine and the natural evolution of a setter. I was a setter and then I became a setter manager. And so I learned how to transfer my appointment setting skills over to other setters. I learned how to manage them. I learned how to give them KPIs. I learned how to track their stuff. And then I became a growth partner, and then I taught the appointment setter manager how to manage the setters to make sure that they book calls. And so it's like I was basically in every part of the process, and I didn't skip the setting part. I didn't skip the managing part. I was in every part of the process, and that's why I have so much clarity on what I need to do to train a setter to book calls for me, because I've been that setter. I've been that manager. I've been that growth partner. And now I'm that consultant, you know? So it's a really sick process, but no one's willing to go through that entire process. No one's willing to stick through it. Everyone wants to skip steps, and I have an understanding that not a lot of people have, because I'm willing to do a lot of things that nobody's willing to do.
Yeah. And obviously your clients are printing right now.
Yeah.
So, and you essentially train up their setters as well, right?
Yeah.
So how, like, have you been able to train up their setters to book hundreds of calls for them? And what is that process? Kind of walk us through that.
The first thing is setting the expectation. If your setter does not have the right foundation, they don't work hard, they don't have the right mindset, they don't have the right KPIs, they don't have the right leadership, everything's gonna crumble. And so it's first setting that expectation with my clients, showing my clients how to lead their team, like how I lead mine. Like leading a team is probably one of the most important skills you can learn in business, because the people are the ones that make you money, not yourself. You can do the work, but the people in your business that do the work for you are the ones that generate the most cash. And so if you know how to lead, it makes the process 10 times easier. On top of that, once we set the foundation, we actually train the setters for you, right? So we have Dominic, absolute killer setter manager. He absolutely kills it for us. He writes out done for you scripts for every single one of the clients. He hops on weekly calls with every single one of the client setters, and he reviews all their conversations. And so when you have a setter manager, like a setter manager to work with your setter, and then you can kind of lead the setter as well, you get the best of both worlds, because you can lead your setter and motivate them and incentivize them and all that stuff, and then our setter manager and our systems will allow your setter to have a technical skills to be able to book these calls in, because we get them the scripts, because we get them the systems, because they have a support, because they have someone to ask questions about appointment setting too. And so when you have all that, it's very hard to fail. It's very, very hard to fail, and I've been through the entire step of the way, and that's why I understand each part of the appointment setting process so well, which is why booking calls has never been a problem for me.
Yeah. And how important would you say data is for the success of an appointment setter to book calls for someone's business?
Bro, it's not even just appointment setters. It's like the entire business itself. Like if you want to scale a business, you need to track data. You need to know how many calls you need to book. You need to know how many calls you need to send out. You need to know how much content you need to post, how much outreach you're doing, how many clients you need to sign in. So it's a numbers game. At a certain point, when you scale past 10, 20K a month, it's a numbers game. You need to track the KPIs that you need to hit, do them consistently, motivate your team to do it, and have clear expectations on the inputs that you need to do in order to achieve the goal. Everyone says they want to hit 50K a month. Everyone says they want to hit 30K a month. But they don't break it down into inputs and how many calls they need to book, how many conversations they need to have, how many sales calls they need to take, how many closes they need to have, how many sales. Like, they don't break it down. So you just have an empty goal with no plan, and that's why you fail, and you wonder why you fail. You didn't track the data. You don't have the inputs and everything. So how do you expect yourself to win? It's impossible, right? So I tell all my guys, track the data, because the data will also allow you to pinpoint the bottlenecks in your business so you can fix it and scale up further. If you don't track the data, then you have to guess what your problems are. And sometimes the problems that you think are problems are not even problems. And you're stuck solving a problem that will not lead to more revenue, and you're wasting your time. That is the biggest mistake I see coaches make.
You've gotten some crazy results for your students, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would you say is the biggest reason for that in your program?
If I'm being completely honest, I think it's strictly the done for you. Like, done for you systems allow your client to fast track so much, because they don't have to set up all the systems themselves. And so we literally come in your business, we plug and play our systems that work for our clients that made 100K a month or whatever. And it obviously works because it's proven, it's tested, everything. And so the done for you systems 100% work. The scripts that we write, the training that we give the setters and everything, all that good stuff is super, super good. And on top of that, we also give so much one-on-one support. You know this, like group calls at this point if you're part of a coaching offer that only has group calls, you will never achieve the result that you want, because there's no personalization. They're giving you a one-size-fits-all solution, and that one-size-fits-all solution probably won't work for you because it's too broad, it's too vague.
So you've worked with multiple guys, multiple coaches, and scaled them up as well.
Yeah.
Have you noticed like some huge problems, like common huge problems between them, and what have you done to resolve those problems?
Bro, honestly, I kid you not, every coach is undercharging. Every coach is undervaluing their service. I don't care if you're charging 3K, like 2K, 1K. You may think that that's a lot, but there's people out there that will pay you $6,000, $5,000, $7,000, right? Like Cruz literally just joined, one of our clients, Cruz, he has over like 300,000 followers on Instagram. Absolute killer. He was doing 30K a month. I kid you not, the second day of joining the program, I 4x his prices from 1.5K to 6K. He got his first sale. And it just broke all of his limiting beliefs because he thought, hey, no one's willing to pay me that much. I told him, trust me, bro, just do it. See how it goes. Boom.
Yeah.
Second day in the program, 6K sale. And it's like, nobody charges what they're worth because they're scared that people say no. And it's okay if clients say no. If anything, that's better because you work with less clients, you have higher profit margins, you have less work, and you make more money. There's everything good comes out of charging more for your service. And so that's probably the biggest one. The second biggest problem that I see coaches make is they just don't know how to film content specific to their avatar. They don't know how to film content, they don't know how to resonate with them, and they look like every other person in their competition because they're copying each other, and they're copying other competitors, they're copying other creators, and that's one of the biggest mistakes ever. And what you need to do as a coach is you need to create content for your clients to help them solve problems and get past their pain points to help them achieve their goals. When you create content for a niche type of person, and you don't really care about the views, and you care about just speaking directly to your ICP and your prospect, then what ends up happening is you resonate more with them, your content gets less views, but you generate way more cash. And that's probably been one of the biggest game changers for me. And it took me a while to learn as well,
I mean, bro, I remember when I first worked with you, like you were just so focused on providing value, giving those freebies away and everything.
Yeah.
But the moment you switched that up was like the moment you started to scale up, and like your community started to get more tight knit because of it.
Everything, bro. Like there's every good thing that comes out of like filming more niche content because you get more sales, you attract the right type of people, you resonate more with your audience, and the only bad thing is you get less views. Like you get a few thousand, but that's fine, bro. Like my bank account is up. I stopped focusing on growing my followers, and I started focusing on growing my bank account, and that was the thing that changed everything.
Yeah.
And that's a bar.
Yeah. Plus, you don't need to focus on going viral if you're running ads.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So it's a whole flywheel, man. The whole funnel works.
Yeah. So that brings us up to the final question. What would you say to a coach who's stuck between 3 to 7K per month, trying to scale to those consistent 5-figure months? What would be like your biggest piece of advice?
Well, I could give like so much advice, but I'd say
straight up actionable.
Charge more, have a high ticket that you can just sell for 5K, 10K, whatever. Actually pitch it on your sales calls, and if they say no, then downsell them into your 2-3K offer. The worst thing that can happen is they say no to the 7K offer or the higher ticket offer, and then you present the cheaper offer, which was the original offer in the first place, and they say yes to that. They say yes to that because it looks much cheaper and much more affordable than the first price you presented. So everything good comes out of having an offer that's just more expensive, because it'll help you, get a few will clients to pay you more money, but then also get you more sales for the 3K offer because it looks way better than the 7K, or it looks more affordable and more of a steal. That's the first thing. The second thing is post niche content. Focus on speaking to your avatar in your content. Don't speak to everyone, speak to one specific person. And the third piece of advice I can give you is track your numbers. Track your numbers, know how many outreaches you're sending, know how many pieces of content you're posting, know, how many calls you need to book, how many sales you need to make in order to reach 30, 50K. Break it down, reverse engineer your goals. Stop saying you want to hit 30, 50K a month and start thinking, how many calls do I need to book to reach that point? How many sales do I need to make that amount of cash? How many clients do I need to sign on? How many conversations do I need to have in the DMs? Reverse engineer your goals into inputs that you can take action on. And when you do those actions and you focus on the inputs, it's inevitable. You're gonna hit your goals.
Nice. Boom. That just about wraps things up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on my podcast. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You should be doing the outro.
Yeah, it's going on my channel, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. Josh doesn't know how to outro, so I'm outro for him. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you guys found value. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. We're actually going to host another podcast, maybe this month or whatever. But feel free to drop your questions in the comments. DM me a few questions you have. And I hope you guys found tons of value. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.